this is kind of a test right now to test out the audio. I know the mic sounds kind of tinny, kind of sucks, but thought I'd try to build something here in a minute. And the objective of this build is to put together a hangar. Nothing complicated, medium-sized hangar. Quite a simple build compared to a lot of them. So well, let's get started here. First, got to place the core, and you know, I'm going to turn off SI as well so it doesn't collapse when I'm trying to build it. That's always a bad thing. And we'll keep the time of day sunny. So with the hangar, I'm thinking some cross beams going across it to make like support beams, and then fill that in from there. So what I'm going to start doing here is, first thing I'm going to do is turn on symmetry. We're going to set that right down the center. And we'll start with building the beam. So I'm going to extend this out a little bit first. And let's say our first beam is going to be here. Now this is being built out of concrete. Nothing too complicated. So then we can get like a hangar door here. We'll say that this is one of the walls. I want this nice and curvy. Curvy. Not exactly sure on the curves. Not exactly sure how it's going to look in the end yet, but we'll get started here. Just kind of building up a wall section here with basic blocks right now. It needs to fit at least a 5x9 hangar door, but I might go for a larger size than that. Here, I'm just going to fill this all in for now. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7. That would be the top of the hangar door if we went with the large hangar doors. So we're going to go one above that. Now this is just extremely basic at the time here. Alright, so here, let's grab a hangar door. See what we can do with a 13x7. So we'll get that centered in here. So there is a wall. Now this is kind of, this is very boring. Let's see what we can do here. So I use the set of 4 blocks here a lot. These here give you all kinds of different angles, and if you use that in conjunction with some other blocks, you can make different body lines, I guess you can say, that will go different directions. Here, let's kind of show you what that's about. Nice little beveled edge on there. I'll keep on going with this. Just getting over a bit of a cold too, so my voice is a little scraggly. Also have a new microphone coming. I notice this one sounds kind of tinny and hollow. It's just something set up on the desk. Actually, I don't actually have any audio for the game, or I get feedback currently. Alright, so we got a basic beveled edge. And of course with symmetry on, it's duplicating everything I do to the other side, which saves a lot of time. You can copy and paste things, but you can't like swap it or essentially invert it from one angle to the other, which is problematic. So things like this, I would have to recreate this on the other side unless it was even on both sides, and it probably won't be. So what I'm going to do is do a double bevel. So we started out with a bevel on this side, so now we're going to reverse that and do it on the inside, just to be cool. Probably actually ought to extend that out here too. Oops. There, nice looking little body line there. At this point, actually, let's turn that around again. Finish this part up. And for now, we'll just run a full block across here. Alright. Now, to fill in the area, kind of want to put something in here with a little bit of decoration. Not sure what yet, though. How about we grab a block like this and make some little vents or something. Just something to look at. Meh, not sure if I like that either. Okay, so on the front here, let's add a lip to this. All the same angle, I guess. I'm gonna just do it in threes right now, so we can add a couple turrets there. Now, one of the other things I wanted to get on this particular hangar is a lot of solar power. So that will probably go down the sides of the hangar, which we haven't got to yet. Of course, we're going to need a ramp out here too. And I'm thinking, because this is a cheap building, rather than using an actual ramp, and it's only one square down right now, we'll just build something out here. How about like that? Okay. Okay, so let's get some detail here on the sides. See what happens if we angle this out a little bit here. Continue with the same type of thing. Get rid of that one for now. And let's knowing the blocks is very, very important. It takes a while. There's a lot of different blocks, a lot of different combinations. I do try to experiment with new things on most builds too, just to try to see what else you can come up with. There's also some new blocks. Depending on what you're building, they could be useful or not useful. I like most of them though. I'm going to leave that one out currently. There's a reason for that, and I want to actually do it with a different material. Concrete textures only have some textures available. Now, since I do most things more of a sci-fi metal look, concrete actually doesn't work very well for that. However, there are ways to get around it. Okay. So here's what we got so far. Just kind of a single wall hangar door on it. So now what we're going to do is extend this out. I'm going to fill some of this in for now. But how do you make it neat? I'm thinking about doing this, kind of beveling this out at a different angle here again. I'll try to, let's see. Or should this be a gun mount? No, I'd have to have a gun there, so this would be too soon. We'll go up 2 blocks with it. So with the builds, I try to keep certain angles together. Like pretty much everything's following a particular angle scheme right now, so it looks like it was meant to be that way. Of course, you can mix stuff up a lot. And if I didn't have SI turned off, I'm pretty sure this would collapse right now. That's the thing with turning off SI. A lot of times when you're building this stuff, it's vulnerable until you get all the supports in and whatnot. And if it's on, well, honestly, I've lost quite a few places due to SI being on. Once it's all said and done, it works, and then it's structurally sound. But when you're building it, that's kind of problematic. So what these areas are here are intended to be turret mount points where it extends out. So we can put a turret here, 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 and then keep the center open. Now, one of the big things that I want to deal with here is solar, and that I'll start over here probably on the sides going this way. Solar panels, I got the big ones here, they're at an angle like this. So, got to think of a nice way to mount those in. And let's see there, how many blocks? 1, 5. So for now we're just going to, nope, I'm not going to go down another row yet. Yeah, this was so totally collapsed without SI. Or with SI on. Alright, so let's just run with that. Actually, you know, let's not quite do it that way yet. Have breakups. Rather than a solid fit all the time, it's kind of nice to like put some extra blocks in there to break things up some. So now I'm already running into a weird technical problem here where this angle isn't going to work if I wanted to keep the same formation on this side. So what I'll do in a lot of cases like this, if I don't particularly like where that is I'll move it. So since both sides are the same right now, here, let's hop in here. Way too far. Alright, so we got this whole chunk here. We're going to go and cut it, paste it, move it out another square. Should it be 2? Let's go for 2. We'll paste it back in place here again. Get the symmetry back on. Just follow the same angle down. And when I first build this stuff, like right now, it's fairly simple. I'll go through and probably change a lot of blocks before it's said and done. This is just trying to come up with a design, shape, pattern kind of thing, and how the general layout should be. Alright, so how big do we want this thing? Actually, I'm thinking about maybe running the solar panels down again. So like another whole group over here. I'd like to get at least 8 of these big solar panels on it. So there's what we got so far. Now, how do we end this here? For now, let's try to make this kind of curvy. How about this angle here? So go from that. Here. Well, let's make some bridges. And we'll curve it back in on the bottom side just to be interesting. So now we've got a column piece here. This will probably be duplicated as well as this part. So I'm not gonna make more than one of each on this one. And again, this is all about being quick. So here I'm going to try to do a little bit more of a beveled curve on it. Again, on the sides. I try to make everything as least blocky as I can. Just like going here too. You kind of see the angle that that's going. I'm doing a transition, so it's going from a 22.5 degree angle to a 45 to a 22.5 in the other direction. here is maybe this one. Ooh, that's not cool. And I don't think I give myself enough space to pull that off. And we've got that seam there. Well, that's not so bad. Not too terribly bad at all. So how about the center here? I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It's just kind of a test to show some blocks and put them together in different ways. I'm working on kind of a city, well, I won't say a city, a base project with a starter base, and then you can add in storage, farm, defense turrets, hangar, and that's what this part is intended to be if it does get released. Oops. Let's get rid of this here. What did I do wrong? See, this part's working out the way I intended. Somehow I did something stupid over on this side, and I'm not sure what yet. I think I know. I put in the wrong box here to make that transition. Much better. That one. And then this is all wrong here then. Alright, well that's better. So now what can we do with this to make it a little more interesting to look at? Why don't we take out these blocks here and replace it with something else? Up here. What could work? How about a curve? Yeah. To try to give it just some something more to look at, like putting little extensions like that. You got something that sticks out of the base. A little more detail besides just flat, I guess you could say. something similar over here. And why not on the top too? Actually, you know, the top, let's do something even different. Let's run one of these big pipe pieces here. See how that works out. Okay. Over here too, let's mix this up. Okay, so we've got this chunk and this chunk. So we need to build a wall over here yet. And then we can probably start, well here, let's get some general seams going across the top here. Of course, I'm trying to build really fast right now too. I don't want this video to be too long, just more of a tutorial than anything else here. I might as well try to build something real while at it. Alright. So now, this area here, it's kind of a mess. Got a lot of different angles coming together. How do you make it look right? Well, to start with, I think what I'm going to try to do here is make some kind of support looking beam that would come out of the edge. Let's see, where do we want the edge at? How about we go with this here? Huh. And come out one. That'd be interesting. Let's try it. No, I don't like how that lines up there. Never mind. Trying to get some kind of ridge here, so that's why I'm using a different size block that doesn't match entirely there. The worst problem is going to be here. It's kind of a mess here. Let's run with it for now and then see where it goes. Now that's the thing with the ridge. Do we want this to be a pattern all the way down? Let's try that. That's different. Well, on the bottom though, we do something a little different to keep it interesting. This one and then this one here. Let's try something really crazy. Let's try to make it look like these are vents. You can use a new block for this one. This would be kind of a cool, interesting block to do some things with. Almost like a sewer drain. Again, not sure. We'll see. Might get changed later. Okay, so on this wall here, we pretty much just want to fill this in. same thing. Let's do an invert. And let's reverse it again. A lot of this is just to try to get nice looking body lines, and I have to start here, I believe. Kind of wasteful doing this right here, because then you're going to have an inside wall here too, or glass. Actually, how about glass? Let's get some glass and see what happens. Since this is just concrete, I'm going to go with armored windows. Keep this cheap. No saphium required. There's going to be a problem on the other side with this glass. It's going to be, oh, I guess it's not. Never mind. I've had it sometimes where it's like 180 off on the other side. Maybe not with that part though. Okay, so we have some glass there. Not thrilled on how the frames look there, but that's alright. That's alright. Alright, well, the next part here, and you've probably seen this if you've seen any of my like CVs or different bases, is I don't leave the ceilings just blocky. I like to put in some kind of like frame structure. Use a lot of different blocks for that. Speaking of that, let's get some more blocks. So, okay, first of all, we don't need this here. Then these solar panels are not airtight, and they're kind of weak too, so we don't really want them exposed like they are. Let's try to seal that up somehow. Try something different. Just started kind of playing with this block, newer one. Well, not a new block, it's actually very old. I never really used it much before, but it kind of gives you a neat angle on both sides. So if the solar panel was removed here, you'd kind of see like a spot where it would go. Let's do the ultra thin block here. Cross beams here. Let's try to run with those and make them look interesting. And yeah, the other solar panel here. That's a bit problematic. No, not really. Let's mix it up. Randomly throw a curve here. Why not? ceiling. Let's do something with this now. How about we take out this row here. And let's see, what can we do with this? Okay, so we're even. Let's do a center beam. Got an idea. Like some kind of support. Might do the same thing over here too. Yeah, let's do it the opposite direction though. Alright, so then we got a ceiling. Looks a whole lot better than just flat blocks. Trying to make this structurally sound. We'll continue the supports out this way. Interesting. Alright, so let's just follow the same pattern through on this, I guess. Kind of want to mix it up a little bit here, so let's do these on the two edges and maybe some of these in here for the heck of it for now. We'll see if it goes anywhere. Actually, oops. Let's place that with those two. Different. Areas here. Tell you what, we'll just leave that for now. And so this would be the center. Listen, yeah, got an idea here. This would actually be the floor here. too. Let's try something a little different here again. Again, what to do with these blocky edges. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a great place to add some parts. Out of the way, off the side. Don't need much in this base. And the generator. And some fuel tanks. And we're not going to need 2 generators. Oh, I only had 1 anyway. So let's get a capacitor in here. Oh, we gotta have 2 of those actually. Oh, another one somewhere else here too. Alright. Oh, this part here, still don't like it. What can be done here? Let's start out with trying to round this off a little bit on the bottom side. And then on the top side. And we'll just make this even. I'm wasting some blocks here. I'm just filling in areas for looking pretty, I guess. As in floor, since this is a cheap base, I'm going to go with wood. And this is going to be just a quick fill in real quick here. I've seen Spans do it before where he could drag out the area to fill in a square. I have not figured out what that key is yet. Alright, so we got part of a pretty good size hangar. What's this over here? Oh, nothing. That's right. Here, I wanted to get that in. Oh, that's weird. Are these off or something? No. Why did it disappear? That doesn't make any sense. Or does it? Oh. Oh, that is going out one further. Does make sense. Oops. Okay, well, at this point, let's do something here. Let's just lay this out for now. But I'm going to do a quick thing that I just like to. We're going to switch all the texturing to... that's right, we got concrete, so we can't do that. Flip it all to that. And then recolor it all for now. Alright, now let's do some moving. So first thing I want to do is take this chunk. Now, these will be replaced once they're textured. But I just wanted, this is for layout purposes pretty much. Point. We're going to rotate this. Well, look at that, a solar powered hangar running 12 of these big solar panels and doors on both sides, quite a lot of interior space. Some strange windows that actually don't do anything on the interior, so that part would be cut right out. In fact, let's just do it now. Oops. A couple of things here. Probably should have done it. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that? Transition here in the middle is terrible. Needs to be fixed. So that's 3 line. Okay. Let's, So weird how I ended up with like different results on the front and back here. Should refine that stuff before I copy and paste it. I'm just trying to be really quick here, but it's okay. Some variety is nice. Everything so uniform actually isn't necessarily a good thing. Basic hangar. Quick layout. Let's grab some turrets here a minute. Some projectile ones now. Figure out kind of, this is just, these will be removed before it's all said and done. Just kind of a layout test. Make sure it works how, oops. You would anticipate it to work. That's kind of messed up there too. The turrets aren't in the center. And then you got a nice big area for a flight deck. Of course, there's no elevator or anything going there yet, but that's something that will take place on the interior. I never did address that other problem area there. So, this is part one, just kind of showing you general architecture. I'll do another one here to finish it off. Different phases. There you go. I will do another one of these videos, and the next part will be start to texture it and getting things in place, and there'll be more copying and pasting, because once we texture like one of these parts, we can copy it over and over and over again, so you don't have to spend a lot of time texturing everything. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. This is the first time I ever did anything like this with voice or audio or a tutorial. I just kind of normally do this on my own, and hope you like it. See if we get this to the workshop at some point in time. Thanks all.